today I'm going to be talking about the difference between yoga and working out. For me, I've recently been doing more yoga than usual, and ever since I got my yoga instruction license, my certification thing, I really dive deep on like the energy and the meaning and the philosophy and like why like especially me that I work out, I train, I weightlift, and to kind of put them together. And so kind of what I learned and what I have noticed and has been really beneficial for me is looking at working out as masculine energy and yoga as feminine energy. We all have feminine and masculine energy within us. Masculine energy is more of a critical thinking, effort, action, hardcore, go, go, go. Feminine energy is more of a surrender, allowing, tuning into our body and just listening to our body, being more gentle, allowing ourselves to receive. So these two. So yoga, when I'm doing yoga at least, I'm usually learning to tune in. I'm usually tuning into my body, listening to my body, allowing myself to kind of surrender, listen to, become the observer of my thoughts, and tune into embodiment, I think mostly, and kind of everything flow through. Whenever I'm working out, I'm focused in like going, like grinding, putting that next rep in, go, go, go. And what I have noticed now is when I listen to when I'm doing workout, I listen to like hardcore like motivation or hardcore like things that even I notice that some people tell me like what fuels them when they work out is pain. And I found that interesting. I usually don't use pain to fuel me to work out, but I do know many people that use pain to fuel them, and there's no good or bad. It's just whatever fuels you, at least you're transmuting that into positive, like something positive that's going to benefit you. And so I thought that was interesting, and I think that makes sense because working out is more of a masculine energy. So if I'm more like of a surrender, listening to my body or whatever, like I won't put in the work like as I should. But when I'm like really focused, really like, honed in, and I am visualizing what I desire, and it has helped me a lot. I think like visualizing my goal, even if it's like feeling a certain way. Like the thing is, how I do it now is like when I'm working out, yeah, I'm grateful. I'm still very grateful for my body. It's healthy. It's all this and that. But I use like the energy I have within me of like sometimes discomfort, sometimes pain, sometimes anger. I use that now as fuel, like to transmute that energy. I push it out in my workout, if that makes sense. I push it out in my workout, and that I've noticed that helps me kind of go harder, like push harder. And then I do what I have been doing is work out, and then sometimes I try to be as consistent as possible to do my yoga after, but sometimes it's just so much. So I try to do that 3 times a week, and then on my days off, do very light yoga, like stretching, like yin yoga or hatha yoga, very like just more meditative. But when I do my yoga afterwards, usually I'm now surrendering. I'm now allowing myself to listen to my body and allowing myself to become the observer of my thoughts, coming back to who I am, coming to ground myself, coming down and tapping into my authenticity, to sometimes even after when I'm doing my meditation, once the yoga is over for the asana, which is called like the little closing part of the yoga, you're doing your little meditation, I'm then visualizing what I desire and reaping all the benefits that I just did from my yoga, from my workout, and I'm just grounding myself. I'm surrendering, really creating more space within myself. And I think though that combination is so good. whenever I do both, I just feel so good after. But this is how I've seen it, and it makes more sense because when I even doing yoga, like you're stretching your muscles, right? So you're having more of that like certain type of body shape, I think, or like you're kind of, I think, right? Like you're stretching your muscles, you are you're creating more space in your body, you are like doing more, even when I'm like, if you want to gain like leg muscle, if you want to gain muscle, like I wouldn't personally do yoga, I would do weightlifting, but I would incorporate yoga after because it's just so important. I even read somewhere that a lot of people that I didn't know, by the way, a lot of bodybuilders also do yoga, like yin yoga. I think I'm saying it right, or hatha yoga, but mostly yin yoga. And that is because when you're doing this type of yoga, it's creating space in your body, and when you create space, it creates more space for your muscles and stuff. And also when you're thinking of stretching, you're really like, stretching is great for working out. And I mean, other than like the calming your mind, you're really using that for like becoming focused, coming back to your authenticity, releasing suppressed energy, which allows you to vibrate higher at a higher frequency, which in case will allow you to manifest much faster. So besides that, it's like, if you're older, like most elderly, I think they break their hips or something easier. So the more you're able to be flexible, the more vitality you'll have. And they have this saying in yoga that your age is determined by the flexibility of your spine. So the more flexible you are, the more youthful and more vitality you have. So key, right? Oh, I just almost dropped this, but yeah, so I thought that was just all so interesting when I was doing the comparison, because I really wasn't sure what I wanted to do. I was like, should I stop weightlifting and just focus on yoga, or is weightlifting too masculine? Like, that is a question people have, is yoga too feminine energy? How can I have a balance? Can I do both? Like, what if I do one more than the other? But that's kind of like what I did through my research and kind of me comparing them, and how my conclusion of these two so far. And I really think you should incorporate both. Like, I'm still going to incorporate both because I love weightlifting. I love going to the gym. And for certain goals that I feel like I have to go to the gym, even though that could be a limiting belief. But I like going to the gym. And now I know that I can really use the gym as more of a masculine energy type of release. So focus, whenever I'm there, I'm really not there to kind of enjoy my time. I'm there to really grind in a way. I'm there to really push myself, push through that resistance, and release that like sometimes inner rage or inner sadness or inner like pain that I have in that moment, because we do all have an ego, and we do all still go through maybe grieving cycles of letting go of our old identity or letting go of certain situations. We're still, especially if you're constantly evolving, you're going through that cycle, and sometimes we have these energies within us, and that's a great way, I think, that we can release it. And then if we do the yoga, we can come back and kind of seal it in a way. So that's my 2 cents on that. But hopefully this helped you kind of find the difference between it and see what you want to do, and kind of how to really see it or perceive it. I mean, this is just my perspective of it, and this is what has helped me really tap in more when I'm doing these two things, and how to look at it and perceive these two things. So hopefully it somehow helped you understand it a little bit better, and I will talk to you all in the next episode. Bye.